I started writing the book was because I met a couple gang kids in front of a restaurant, and I pulled up, and I was in a brand new Mercedes Benz. I still had my company then, so I was doing very well. And they said, "Hey, your car's fat." I said, "My car's fat. Your car's cool." So they asked, "How do I get one?" And I said, "How old are you guys?" They said, 22 and 23. I said, "Come on in." I said, "Let's have something to drink and we'll sit and talk." So they came in, we had some beverages. So the one kid said, "So what's your secret?" I said, "How do I get one of those cars?" I said, "Get a napkin and a pen from the bartender because I want you to write something down." So he comes back with these big brown hungry eyes. He said, "What's your secret?" I said, "Two words." He said, "What is it?" I said, "Ready?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Hard work." That's the secret. I said, "That's the secret." So the guy put the napkin in his pocket. They reached out, shook my hand, and they got it out the door, took off in the car like I gave them gold. And I said, "There's a story here. We have children, teenagers, and adults walking around lost, alone, confused within a culture of darkness. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to write a book." So I went through about an 18-month process to write my first book, which is From the Barrio to the Boardroom. And I really thought that when this book came out that I was done. I was just had bragging rights, put it on the shelf and it's all good, right? And I was wrong because I got a call from Chicago Public Schools shortly after it came out because I was on the front page of the paper because I was on the board of directors for the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and I guess they called the media. Media comes to my house, they blow it up. So I'm meeting with the Board of Education. They said, "We want to teach this book because we're going to close a cluster of schools and we're going to have gang problems. So we want to use your book to create what's called a culture of calm, peace building to literacy and education." They launched it nationally. It impacts over 237,000 kids around the United States.
Wow.